the terrace of Beyond Nomad Cafe, sharing a yoga class live streaming. And well, very happy to be here. And it's a beautiful place overlooking the Wellawaya Valley. And perfect place for morning sequence. And have some very friendly yoga students, all okay with being on camera a little bit. So we'll begin. We'll go over to our mats and begin sequence. Okay. So first thing I'll discuss is just seating position. I see people remove the blocks already. It's okay. There's another way you can seat. I use these bolsters. Hopefully they're not too wet from the night air. I'll show you real quickly. What? The demo. But after being in India and you're there in like a room with 8-10 hours and there's no furniture, you start coming up with ideas. So this block, if you just put it at the edge of the mat, you sit on it this way, cross your legs, and then just put the bolsters underneath. Very comfortable. So I only have for 2 people this way, but anyone else who wants to change, feel free to choose your seating position as you like. You want to try that one? Yeah. Okay. And you want to try? Yeah, this one. Sure. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's not yoga torture. You want to be as comfortable as possible. So, yeah, it's good. Also, what really works funnily enough, very well for this seating practice is those giant bean bags. You know, the ones that have a little lumbar support in the back. You can just sort of scoop yourself in. So, okay, we'll begin. What I do normally is the first like 10 or 15 minutes are all very, all levels, basic. It's from a series called Palanbhuktasana, which is for conserving the body, basically keeping everything functioning and young. It's sort of a type of hatha yoga. And so we'll begin now our practice, just rolling back our shoulders, close your eyes, take a deep belly breath, place your fingers in mudra on your knees, your 4 fingers and your thumb. Remember all the breathing today through the nose, inhale and exhale. And now we'll begin our practice by taking just our right hand, place it on the abdomen, feeling the gentle expansion and contraction with each breath. Again, maintaining the eyes closed, just focusing on the breath. Morning sun. And now opening our eyes, practice now breath work, pranayama. So placing now both hands on your knees. Open your eyes slightly just to sort of follow along here. You want to have your hands just at the base. And this is very simple. We're going to simply be doing an inhale and exhale, up and down from the base to the crown to activate the energy. Inhale breath, focusing on the heart chakra, throat, all the way up to the top, crown. Opening the hands, palms are facing up, elbows towards the ground. Here, you want to just hold the breath for 5 ohm. 1 ohm, 2 ohm, 3 ohm, 4 ohm, 5 ohm. Then now with a gentle exhale breath, retracing the same steps, going past again the throat chakra, the heart. And once you get to the base, just compressing the abdomen all the way, get all of the air out, and then just repeat the process. Now do it with the eyes closed, 5 more rounds, and when you're finished, just place your fingers on your knees in mudra, and we'll recommence together. Take your time, there's no rush. If you want to hold the breath a little longer at the top, you can. Now maintain your eyes closed. Enjoy being in the present. Sensations, sounds of the birds. Now we'll open our eyes and begin a movement part of our practice. Raising the arms up to the sky. Deep inhale breath, looking upwards, moving the fingers, activating the articulations here. Big belly breath. Then letting the arms out just to the side. And again, moving the articulations, moving the fingers like a piano player, one direction. And then changing, going the other direction. And now palms facing up, same thing. One direction, the fingers. And then the other direction. Raise our arms up to the sky again. Deep inhale breath. This time lacing the fingers together, turning the palms upwards, opening the forearms and the wrists, really extending the shoulders and the back. Remember, for the practices today, if you can, try to close your eyes. Send the oxygen, air to the area that's being activated, making a passageway. And now with the exhale breath, just sway to one side. Keeping the head in the center, arms as straight as possible. Just activating the side torso there. Inhale back, coming back to center. Pushing the palms up to the sky again one more time. And now exhale off to the other side. And just letting gravity take you. Focusing the breath there on the side torso. Center. Deep inhale breath. The palms up one more time. And now release. Exhale. Hands out in front of you. We'll just flick the fingers like we have water. There's no towel in sight. Circulation back. Back facing towards you. And another one, nice one for the wrists. Just putting the hands together, making a wrist roll. The tops of the hands are touching. Now you do add the breath. So inhales, you bring the hands towards you. Exhale as you're pushing away. And close your eyes. Nice subtle movement here. When you're coming in towards yourself again, just pause, and we'll go back the other way, so opposite direction. Balance here. Matching the movement here with the breath. Raise arms up in the sky again. Inhale, breath. This time, capturing the elbows. We're going to do rotations, circles with the head, arms as much above the head as possible. Just gently, with the exhale breath, drop to one side, over the leg, down to the center. This is exhale. And then as you're coming back up and around, inhale. Just releasing any tension there in the lower back and the shoulders. Go nice and slow. Don't lean too far. Stay seated on the brick. Again, just matching the movement here with the breath. Top of your next circle, just take a pause. And we'll now go back the opposite direction. Same thing, exhales are going forward into the center. As you're coming up and around, inhale breath. Center again, exhale, release. Hands to the knees. Pause for a moment. Prepare ourselves. We're going to go for a twist. So raise the arms up to the sky. Deep inhale breath again. This time really lengthening out before we do our twist. And then exhale. Drop your right hand over your left thigh. Your fingertips are just behind you, behind the mat. This keeps the spine straight. Keep the chin level. With the exhale breath and what I call a little bit of gentle insistence, pushing with the hand here. Try to turn back your gaze a little bit further. Open the shoulders and lower back. If you want to find a little bit more space, that hand that's behind you, wrap it around the waist with the top of it. You have 2 points of contact. Maybe find a little bit more space on your next exhale breath. Back around the center. Inhale, raise your arms up to the sky. An extra breath here before going to the other side. Really lengthen out. Get some verticality in the spine. And now, dropping to the other side. Exhale, left hand over the thigh. Fingertips behind you. Exhale breath again, just twisting back as far as you can. Getting the activation there, the lower back and the shoulders. Now, if you like, take that hand that's behind you, wrap it around, get the extra point of contact, and see if you can, with gentle insistence, turn back a little further. And coming back around the center. Raise the arms up to the sky again. Deep inhale breath. Now drop our fingertips just on our shoulders here, making nice shoulder circles. Elbows all the way up and around towards the nose, then down. Matching the movement with the breath. So inhales are coming up, exhales are going down. Pause at the top and back the other way. Matching movement with the breath here. We've done a little bit of time for sitting now. So we'll move on to some standing postures and stuff. You guys familiar with like sun salutations? Walk through everything very gently. So just put your bricks over to one side. Cushions. Not go blind by the sun. Let's turn around and face this way. And we'll first just get on our hands and knees. This is called tiger pose. To make it a little bit more comfortable for the knees, I suggest taking the yoga mat and just folding it over like this. Then you get sort of three layers there for the knees. We'll be in a position called tabletop, just in the hands and knees. And we're going to raise right in position. Just take it down. No? Okay. So now raise your right knee, tuck your chin down. That's the inhale breath. And then you're going to extend the leg all the way out. Point the toe, lift the chin, shoulders, pushing weight into the palms. Hold there for a moment at the end of your exhale breath. Get the effect on your abdomen, legs. And then coming back down. Inhale breath. Raise the knee, tuck in the chin. And just repeat at your own pace. Go with the breath. Very nice technique for waking up the body first thing in the morning. Last one, really hold there for an extra moment. At the end of the exhale, point the leg, the toe back, and exhale, release. Start again from center point. Before we go to the other side, we'll just do child's pose for a moment. This is a resting pose. You just sit back on your heels as far as you can, and then try to drop your head to the mat. If it doesn't quite reach, you can use the yoga block just to make sure you have contact here. When you're ready, come back up, inhale. And now we'll go for the other side. So raising the left knee up, inhale breath, and then pushing back all the way, exhale. Pointing the toe. Just continue with the breath. Last one, really extend out the leg as far as you can. Lift the chin just a little bit higher. benefit there of the pose. And now, again, that's your back to the center. And we'll now go for sun salutation. So you might just separate the feet a little bit here. Make sure you're more or less at the center of the mat, so the hands kind of more towards the front. Just back a little bit. And you want to curl your toes. This is to go into down dog. We're going to push into the palms of our hands, straightening the legs, and you'll feel releases some tension there as you're going back on the heels, trying to drive them towards the mat, opening the calves. Force of the strength comes from the palms of the hands, and you want to just relax the head as much as you can. So it just sort of falls there between the arms and the shoulders. And the whole time, keeping the hips raised. Now, once you're here and you're comfortable, you can do a very nice thing for the calves. It's called walking the dog. So just lifting one heel at a time, pushing back. And now pushing both heels back all the way. Again, maybe you find your head gets a little bit closer to the mat, the heels are closer to the mat. And now bending the knees, looking forward between the hands. We're going to step forward, just gently put your hands here. Bringing the hands up all the way to the sky. Deep inhale breath. Challenge yourself a little bit here if you like. Lift the heels off the mat. Go on the toes. And then drop the heels down. And just like we did before, forward bend. So capture your elbows in your hands. Keep your legs as straight as possible, feet together. And then just exhale breath. Let yourself fall forward. Don't worry how far you go. It's just focuses on the activation of the backs of the legs. The gravity taking the crown of the head down towards the mat. Stay here for a couple breaths, lengthening out. And then dropping the hands to the mat. Really, really important here to protect the wrists. You want to bend your knees as much as you can until you get your hands completely flat. Keep the feet flat. And then once your hands are flat, you step back into plank. So your head, hips, and heels are in a line. So like push-up position. And from here, we'll go for sort of a gentle 8-limb chaturanga style. So dropping down on our knees, chest, chin, and then just sliding your fingertips out to the edge of the mat. Keep your elbows in. So you're on your forearms here. This is called Sphinx pose. So like an Egyptian Sphinx, lifting the head up, focusing on the awareness on the breath, the abdomen, tracking, expanding against the mat. This is just a gentle back bend here. Now we'll add a little extra element to it. So keep the head raised as possible. Again, if you can get your hands on the mat. Okay. These are short Sri Lankan mats, I'm sorry. But anyway, you come back from Holland again, please bring yoga mats. So raising up the chin of the shoulders. And now you add a twist. So turn your head with your exhale breath to your left-hand side and try to look at your right heel. Again, keeping the head as raised as possible. You feel some activation there in the lower back. Stay here for a couple breaths. And now back to center. Inhale. Exhale. Gaze as much as you can on the opposite heel. And coming back to center, inhale breath. Lower yourself down. Bring your hands just underneath, pushing yourself up. Tabletop, and then down dog. So curling the toes, pushing back as far as you can. Drop the head here between the arms and the shoulders. And again, walking the dog here. A few steps. Just gonna grab an extra mat. Keep going. It's okay, keep going. Just getting an extra mat. Get the okay. And I'm looking forward to the hands again, bending the knees, stepping forward. Lifting up the hands. Try to sit low, go for chair. Looking up, raising the arms. Knees are together. For the yogic building here. And then raise the arms up again. As you can, lift the heels for a moment on the toes. The extension. Drop the hands on the elbows again. And forward fold. Exhale breath. Feet together. Just letting yourself forward. Maybe tuck the belly, make a little more space. Let gravity take the crown of the head down towards the mat. And then dropping the hands to the mat again. Bending the knees. And stepping back all the way. Go again for 8-limb style chaturanga. So on the knees, chest and chin. Slide the fingers forward. Now have some more mat, so be more comfortable. The next pose is snake. You have to have a good amount of mat for that. So we'll raise the head up again into Sphinx. And this time, from here, we're going to lace the fingers behind our back, what's called snake. So lace the fingers. Again, pull the shoulder blades together, lift the chin and the chest. And then if you can, lift your feet and your knees off the mat as well, so that all your weight is just on your abdomen, like a snake. And lift your hands off your back. My favorite one of this, it comes with a sound. So on your next exhale breath, if you like, you can do a hiss. And one more time, keeps the monkeys off the terrace. And release. While we're here, we can try also bow. Now this one has two versions. There's the rocking version and the static. So bring your feet up one at a time, capture them with the hand. And then from here, you can either stay here, this is already the back bend, or you can push your feet into your hands, lifting the quads off the mat, raising the chest and the chin. And then if you want to go a little bit further, focus on the breath. So with the inhale breath, you find yourself lifting up a bit, and exhale, going forward. Becoming a yoga rocking chair, moving with the breath. Inhale up, exhale down. Just gently. Feel any discomfort or strain, just let the legs back onto the mat. And now exhale, release. Bring the hands in at your side. Coming up to tabletop. Push back into child's pose from here. So again, sitting back on the heels all the way. Dropping the head to the mat. Hands all the way out. And now from child's pose, we'll come back up to tabletop. Curling the toes again for down dog. Pushing the heels back all the way. And then bending the knees. Bring just the left foot forward. Turning this way. Facing me, please. Face me. Well, really difficult to explain. I can talk it through, but just easier. Okay, so we're gonna raise our hands up to the sky again, just like before, lacing the fingers together. This is just sort of a dynamic yoga move. So we're gonna let ourselves out here in front, holding it parallel to the floor, and then with the exhale breath, drop over to your left hand side, hold your breath, and come up and around to the other side and inhale. Very similar to what we did on the mat, sitting, but now standing. Drop yourself over the leg, exhale to the forward, inhale up and around. A larger circle this way. Make sure you just keep your legs straight, get the activation there in the backs and legs. Hips stay back as well. Moving with the breath here. At the top of your next circle, just take a pause. And now we'll go back around the other way. Exhale breath as you're falling forward over to one side, the center. Inhale as you're swooshing up and around. And you're at the top, pause there. Drop our hands behind us. Lace the fingers again. This one's for the shoulders. So pull shoulder blades back. Then just let yourself gently fall forward. Make sure you keep your hips back. So you get the activation in the legs as well. Exhale breath, legs are straight. Once you're about sort of parallel to the floor with the torso, begin lifting your hands a little bit off your back, little by little. Getting the extension, opening down the shoulder. You'll find your head automatically, the crown goes down closer towards the mat. Maybe making some space, tucking the belly. Exhale breath as you're going, letting yourself drop a little further. And then just go to wherever you're comfortable. You want to maintain the yogic smile, but you want to feel like you're getting some activation as well. And now, very important to get out of this carefully. Bend the knees first, and drop the hands to the waist. And inhale as you come up. Prevent from getting dizzy. Now we'll come around back to the front of the mat. Raise the arms up to the sky. Deep inhale breath. This time, letting the hands fall forward all the way to the mat. Exhale breath. And if they don't touch the mat, just put them on the shin here. That's fine. The important thing is keep the legs straight. On the sheet. Okay. Put your hands there. Just to show you guys a little technique. This is from an Ashtanga practice for lengthening a little bit the backs and legs. So you keep your hands on your shins, pull your floor, raise the head. Inhale breath, fill the belly, keeping the legs straight. And exhale breath, bending the elbows, and just letting yourself fall forward towards the mat. And again, inhale, raise the head up, looking forward. Hold there for a moment. One more time. Bend the elbows. Release, crown of the head to the mat. This is a nice practice to work on the backs and legs and more flexibility in that area. Now, bending the knees. Get the hands completely flat on the mat. Stepping back into chaturanga. Or into plank, rather. And now we'll go for normal chaturanga. So this means keeping your elbows in close to your hip, your ribs, your chest, and not touching the floor if you can. So lower yourself, challenge yourself a little bit. Try not to touch the floor. And once you're there, then go to the tops of your feet, pushing up on the hands. If you can keep your knees off the floor, fantastic. If not, that's okay too. This is up dog. Raise the head up in the air. Deep inhale breath here. The deeper back bend of the Sphinx. Now when you're ready, just curl your toes like we did before. Push yourself back into down dog. Heels again driving towards the mat. Force energy coming from the palms of the hands. And just letting the head drop there. And the heels make their way back. And now looking between the hands, bend the knees, and just the left foot forward. Now the right foot, what you want to do is drop on top of the knee and the foot. Have it wide for balance. We're going to raise up into what's called crescent. Raise the arms up to the sky. Deep inhale breath here. Filling your belly with air. And from here, we'll go right into one of my favorite ones called lizard. So just drop your hands here on the inside of the mat. And this one's really very, very good for the thigh and the psoas. Bend your elbows, keep your gaze forward, and as your torso goes down, you'll feel the activation there. Your leg with the foot that's on the floor. Now, if you find a little bit of extra space, you can do it. There's a second version 2.0 of the lizard is the flying lizard. So you don't have to make an airplane sound. If you can get your elbow underneath that knee, a little space there. That's the fun thing about yoga. There's always adaptation. You open the arms, you get even more activation there in the back. And someday, if you want to try 3.0, it means curling the toes, lifting the knee. That's the cool thing about yoga. There's always a few little extra things you can do. Challenge yourself. And now release. That's good. Very good, eh? You're flying lizard on a regular basis. Okay, so now coming back up and bring the knees together for tabletop. Push back real quickly just for a reset. So into down dog, take a shortcut here. Curl the toes, push back. And then bending the knees. And now the right foot between the hands. Drop to the on top of the left knee, top of the left foot. And just raise the hands up again for crescent. Deep inhale breath. Exhale. Drop the hands just on the inside the foot. Lower yourself down. Torsos towards the mat. Exhale breath. Gazes forward. Again, if you find some space, you want to fly. Tuck the shoulder underneath the knee. Open the arms. I've got it difficult over here with the railing next to me, but anyway. And move along. And if you want to challenge yourself for the extra lizard, raising it up. I hope that comes out on the camera. Nobody ever tries that one. Okay, coming back down. Very good. And just bringing the feet knees together. And this time, again, down dog, just resetting here. Pushing the heels back. Dropping the head down to the mat. As far as you can go. And then bending the knees. Stepping forward between the hands. Do some things standing now. So raise your arms up to the sky. Deep inhale breath. And then a little reset here. Hands at the side, fingers are open, shoulders are back, closing the eyes. This is called mountain pose, base or grounding pose. Calm breath here. And now we'll go for one-legged mountain pose. So a bit of core balance and breath practice. So raising your arms up together. Inhale breath. Then just let your right leg off to one side. Focus on a point in the distance. And just with a calm breath, maintaining the balance, looking off into the horizon. Release, come back to center, close the eyes again, little reset here in mountain pose, shoulders are back, deep belly breath. Raise your arms up to the sky again, deep inhale breath. This time, left foot off to the side, again, focusing on the point in the distance, perhaps one of those monkeys over there. Better a fixed point. And again, mountain pose, shoulders back, fingers separated. Okay, deep inhale breath. Exhale. Rolling forward. Possible. Bending the knees, getting the hands flat, getting ready for chaturanga, stepping back. Go for normal chaturanga, so lowering down, challenge yourself, try not to touch the mat, curl the toes, come up dog. Deep inhale breath, the palms of the hands. The toes again, pushing back for down dog. Heels going back. And again, looking between the hands. This time, just the left foot stepping forward. Back foot, you want to have that heel in line with the front foot if you can. Try to have the back foot flat. This we're going up for warrior one. Keeping the hips straight. Raise the arms up in front. Knee, want to keep it centered, nice over the ankle. Looking forward. Got a grounding pose here. This is warrior one. Want to challenge yourself here? You can close your eyes, or just maintain a fixed point in the distance. Now we'll go for what's called warrior two. So keep your legs where they are. Just turn your hips and your shoulders off to the side. Palms are facing down. We'll look out over that front hand. Challenge yourself if you like. You close your eyes. Just fix it a point in the distance there. Feeling firmly grounded, rooted here in warrior two. Ready? Straighten that front leg. Drop your back hand on your leg behind you there. Raise your other hand up to the sky, looking upwards. Dancing warrior. Opening the front of the torso. Releasing any tension on the front leg. Let yourself go back. Now, gently coming out of it. Bend the knee. Drop the hands back into warrior two. Hands to the waist. And bring the feet to the front of the mat. Go for the other side. Raise the arms up to the sky. Another sun salutation. Lifting the heels up, go on your toes. Exhale breath. Dropping down towards the mat. Keeping the legs straight. Bending the knees. Getting the hands flat. Back into plank. Chaturanga. Elbows on the side. Lower yourself. Curl the toes. Pushing up for up dog. Inhale. Curl the toes again. Pushing back with the palms. Down dog. Getting those heels back a little bit further maybe now towards the mat. And then looking forward between the hands. Stepping forward now with the right foot. And left foot's behind you. Heels are in line. Back foot's at about a 45-degree angle. Bend that front knee. Raise your arms up to the sky. Keep the hips going forward. Warrior one. Again, once you're there, you can close your eyes if you like. Now, letting ourselves into warrior two. Keep the legs in the same position. Just turning the hips and the arms, shoulders out to the side. Keeping the gaze over that front hand. Palms are facing down. And then straighten that front leg. Raise the right arm. Drop the left hand behind you. Dancing warrior. Looking up to the sky. And bending the knee. Coming back to warrior two. And hands to the hips. And back to stand. Go a little bit off the normal circuit. I'll show you guys a really cool twist with the railing here. So come over to the railing just for a minute. You might have seen this yoga pose here someday. Like that. Okay? You can do it with the railing and there's no worry about balance. It's quite nice. So just grab a spot. You want to put your heel, your left heel there, and your back foot facing forward. Just be careful. You want to have the legs completely straight. And then you just raise up the arms. Inhale breath. And take your right hand. Just place it below the knee. And then the back arm, you can look back out behind you. Get that twist. You don't have to worry about the balance because you have the railing there. If you want to go a little bit further, just like we did when we were sitting, you can wrap your hand around your waist and turn yourself going back a bit further. This is a nice way to use a railing as a prop into the yoga pose here. Center. Inhale, raise your arm to the sky. Bend your knee. Drop the foot. And just shake it off. Now try for the other side. So right heel up. Remember the back foot facing forward. Raise the arms up to the sky. Deep inhale breath. And then this time, left hand just below the knee. Exhale, twisting. Palm facing the floor. And if you want to go for a little extra space, take that back hand, wrap it around the waist, turning back a bit further. Okay. Hips, release the foot, shake it off. Come back to our mats. So I'm going to do a few things here laying down. Let's see, so come over, facing this way for the sun, I think. So feet forward. The mats. First one is called a half bridge. And then from there, we'll go into sort of a little more advanced one, but I think you guys are good for it. A shoulder stand where you get upside down on the tops of your shoulders. I'll demonstrate. We'll go for the first one is half bridge. This one we can all do along together. So just bring the heels in towards the glutes. Lift the hips up into the air. Now your weight, you should feel the weight now more on the tops of your shoulders, back of your head. And from here, you can lace the fingers together. Bring the hands together. And from here, really, really important, try to tuck your shoulder blades underneath on each side. Raising the height or the distribution of the weight more to the tops of the shoulders and giving a better position here. Stay here for a moment. And if you're feeling comfortable here, you want to try going a little bit further for the lower back. There's a really nice thing you can do. Just be careful with the elbows. But you take your hands, place one palm underneath each side of the lumbar at the waist, and then just let your weight release into the palms of the hands. You get a very nice release there on the lower back. If you're still good with that and you want to go even a little further, just step your foot out in front. Just be careful, especially with the elbow there. Then bring the heels back. Release the hands. Then stay laying on your back. We'll do what's called, I call a knee hug. Raising your knees up, lace the fingers across the top, and just rocking side to side. Then releasing your tension here in the lower back. And now from here, you guys will just come seated for a second. I'll show you the shoulder stand. So the shoulder stand is just following basically the half bridge. Once you get the elbows the shoulders tucked in. So here, once you have the shoulders tucked in, then you lower yourself down on your waist and just falling upwards, so shooting the feet into the air. That, capture the back, and you like that. And the reason I focus really on this, getting the shoulder blades tucked underneath, plus your elbows are in, easier it is to go vertical. You don't have to do a lot of fighting with the core to keep the legs up. It's actually quite easy. So once you're there, stay as long as you like. You're getting the benefit of a headstand without having to be on your head. So everybody just go for it. I'll just sort of watch. So first, lace your fingers together underneath. Yeah. Bring your shoulder blades in. Then let yourself back down to the mat. Unlace the fingers. Yeah, there you go. Because now you have your shoulders in the right spot. Shoot your feet up and place your hands underneath. That's it. That's it. Lift up for the half bridge. Bring the hands together. Tuck the shoulder blades. Now lower down. Now push the feet up into the air. And just catch behind you. First shoulder stand. So with practice, it gets easier. You feel a little bit more like, once you have it really lined up and the hips a little bit further forward, you feel almost sort of like weightless. Now, if you want to go a little bit further from here, you can take advantage and let the feet fall over into what's called plow. But again, being careful with the back, whatever's good for you there.
Open the ear.
Like that. This is effectively like a really good forward bend. It's also very good for the thyroid gland. The compression on the neck there. And if you can do it, it's fantastic. If not, you can also do a modified version just with the knees bent slightly. It's okay as well. But then when you come out of it, just be very careful. Roll slowly. Stay seated. It's okay. Trying to help you. Now, so you don't get dizzy. And the other thing is just for the back. You just do a little knee hug here side to side. You just push the back very far in a back bend and then very far forward bend. So a little side to side. We come up to seated. Now one of my favorite things, just before the final resting pose, we do Shavasana, which is a lying down twist. We have 4 cushions, there's 4 of us. Everybody take a cushion. This is just for your knees and your feet, so your shoulders stay flat on the mat. You just need to be careful so we don't get into each other, so to speak. But imagine these 2 bricks are a cushion. You basically just have your arms out to the side. If there's not enough space, just do cactus arm. Bring your legs up to one side. Drop the knees and the feet onto a brick or cushion. And looking the other way. These are here because it keeps your shoulders flat on the mat. And you get the extension in the lower back. So just try to land your feet and your knees on the cushion. Or if you don't, and just remember, look the opposite direction, wherever your knees go. Drop your feet. Look the opposite way. And now make your way back to center. Again, another little knee hug before going to the other side. And then just take the cushions and the blocks and place them on the other side. Yep. Look in the opposite direction, close your eyes. Gaze back to center. One last knee hug as we prepare ourselves for final resting pose, Shavasana. And now, really, really important, just make sure you have your head, heels, everything on the mat. Make yourself completely flat. Shoulders are flat, palms are facing up, eyes are closed. Just letting the benefits of today's practice take effect. And now reactivating the body. Just move the fingers and the toes. Keep your eyes closed. Just roll over to one side using your two hands as a pillow. Recalibrating here for a moment. And now using your two hands to come to sit. Seated position, cross-legged. And just raise your hands to your heart. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining today. It's a pleasure sharing a nice class with everybody this morning. See you again back on the mat. Is this everybody's first yoga class? Yeah? Yeah. No, no. Okay. Was it you've practiced yoga before? Yeah. I'm gonna turn off the camera real quickly and can I do one more photo with you guys? We're standing, looking this way like we were the little mountain pose. Just super quick. Well, thank you for joining Michael Sands Yoga Channel. That was a free live stream share here at Beyond Nomad Luxury Hostel and Cafe. Hope to see you again soon. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the Michael Sands channel.